host, Mama Vegas.
And this is Vegas Lion Queen.
Coming to you with Not Necessarily Behave. And of course, as always, we come to you with a little bit of gossip and a little bit of opinion, a little advice, and a lot of real life experiences.
Yep.
Today we will be coming and talking to you guys about fears and doubts. Fears and doubts. We all have them. Whether you want to admit it or not, right? We all have had them.
We do.
And some of our fears and doubts seem to, in some ways, keep us stagnant in life. You know, give us fears of love and abandonment and marriage, success. So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Fears and doubts. I guess I would ask about being afraid. Do you think that is something that fears and doubts and being afraid of something, is that something that carries on with us through life, or is it something we can overcome?
We're gonna always have fears.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care whether it's starting a new job, starting a new career, divorce, marriage. I think we all have some type of fear.
Mm-hmm.
It's just trying to get, overcoming that fear. Just doing something to where you just go ahead and shoot for it. You know what I'm saying? You have to know how to be like, yeah, I got to do this. Regardless if I'm scared.
Right.
I got to do this. I got to do this for me.
Now, would you say, because I can say that a lot of my fears and doubts that I've had in life have come from a lot of trauma, adult trauma, childhood trauma, not knowing if I'm good enough, not feeling good enough, not knowing if I'm going to be accepted. Those are things that within self you have to work on. But I would say that those type of things make you kind of fear for the love, right?
Absolutely. Like when you feel growing up, and you don't feel like the pretty kid, or you don't. Are you not the one who had everything growing up, or what I'm saying, just different things like that. You did not have the mom that came and gave you a kiss or said I love you. All of those things will bring forth fear within you,
right? With
the real world. I myself, I've always had a fear of just not being pretty enough, or not being able to deserve someone, handsome. Or I've always felt like, I'm just going to always be the one to get
You're just going to settle.
I'm going to settle. I'm going to settle for whoever gives me that attention. And that was just like...
Do you think that our disappointments, our doubts, our fears, when we're raising children and how we go through relationships and things, do you think that bleeds on into them, into their personal life, into their journey as an adult,
Yes.
I would agree so too.
Yeah, because, just with us growing up, we didn't, we were almost 30 years in friendship, so we've seen a lot of,
absolutely,
with our own parents, boyfriends, or whatever the case may be. And me personally, I feel like we had each other to show love and things like that.
Yeah.
But when I become pregnant as a teenager, and I found out I'm having a girl, my thought process was, make sure that this baby don't be like me. Make sure that I show this child that I love her. And I think because of that mindset, I put too much on her growing up. Like, she couldn't do this, or she could do this, or I tried to do all the opposite of what I didn't get.
I feared somebody always, when I'm not around, to hurt my kids.
Yes.
And so I never, when they were smaller, let them go anywhere. I never slept at anybody's house. They never went with anybody by themselves. I don't care how well I knew you, because I didn't want somebody to be able to hurt them and I couldn't stop it, or to try and I couldn't stop it.
Even with me having different different relatives and things like that I will remain nameless. That hurt me.
Yeah.
You know. So when I had my kids and I see this person coming into family functions, I'm immediately grabbing my kids. Like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Because I know what you're capable of. Because you did it to me.
And you bleed that onto your kids, right? Because then you show them a different kind of fear of love.
Yes. You fear that you, cause like even to this day, being that all my kids are adults, I fear every day that my children are not in my presence.
Yes.
With the world we live in today.
Absolutely.
Every day I fear, especially for my boys. I'm every day praying, like, just Lord cover my children, because I'm scared. I don't want to get that phone call.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
or that they get so depressed or pushed to another level. It's, fears and disappointments and doubt, self-doubt is huge, even in someone my age, I don't think that it's universal. It doesn't have an age cap.
It does not. And, just sit here just thinking about fear, just like it just makes you really think, because
fear of success.
That too. Because you fear it because you don't know who's gonna support you.
Right.
You don't know who's not supporting you.
If you don't succeed.
Yeah, that too.
Who's gonna lead?
But you gotta, and that goes with overcoming, because at the end of the day, if you fearing it, so what? You know that you gotta still keep going. One thing that lives rent free in my head is something that Tyler Perry said. When he said he did his first play, and only 20 people showed up, but he gave them the best show of his life.
Yeah.
That did not discourage him. So,
and that's why I'm showing up every week.
Every week. And that's why I'm going to show up every week, to make sure I support you. Yeah. You feel me?
That's right on.
Because this is, when it's something that you want and you're going for it, I'm going to support you. That's just who I am. It don't matter. You my friend. I support my cousin. I'm going to support you, because if this is what you want to do, guess what? We're going to do it. Regardless of how many times you fall, you still got to get
back up. It's that support system, right? It's that support system. Do you think that, and I kind of think so, you tell me what you think, that our fears and our doubts and disappointments, they all coincide together to create its own monster?
Hell yeah. Heck yeah.
And it creates its own monster, and so it pushes. That's that
monster
right here, right?
Every day you get up, you fight that monster. Like, boy, I'm telling you, I personally know I'm like riddled with fear of everything, everything. I had a long time ago, I feared that I would always be alone. So guess what I did? I married the first person that I felt that I loved, and I just thought of, this is who I had to stay with. This is it. It don't get no better.
Or staying in a bad marriage. You want to give your kids a family that you did not have.
Yeah. And in the process, it's ruining you.
Yeah.
It's damaging you. And now you got the fear that you don't want to leave, because now it's like, dang.
And people just think, when you talk, like you're talking about fear, just about love, and it's not just that. It's fear of love, abandonment, relationship, success, grief. People are scared to grieve, right?
Yeah.
People who've lost somebody and they can't grieve because they feel like if they grieve, then they let this person down. They're forgetting about them.
No.
If they become successful and move on in life, they're forgetting about them. Mm-hmm. Grief can hold you at a stagnant place in life.
Absolutely, it can. And with that, when you have fear from the grief, it turns you into something else, and now you got another beast that you have to battle.
Yep.
I'm actually starting to get to the point within myself that when I do start feeling fear, I go straight to, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to pray, I'm going to talk to myself, I'm going to call somebody.
How do you get past that? How are you overcoming fear?
Like, I just have to really, first thing I had to do was go within myself. Find that fear.
Yeah.
What is scaring me? What is holding me back? Why am I doing this? I have to find myself.
Yeah. I'm a true believer that if you don't acknowledge your own part
Yes.
And your unhappiness and happiness, you can't heal.
You cannot.
You can't heal.
Because I will never sit here and say that my whole marriage was just his fault. It was mine too, because I did some things, you know, to hinder a lot of things too. But at the end of the day, I'm not comfortable no more, so I had to overcome that fear of being alone.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that fear,
you know what I'm saying? Because I was with somebody for so long, you know, and that just one day I had to say, you know what, Denise, it's either your happiness or you gonna die from being so unhappy. And you just gotta go. You gotta beat that beast up, man, and get out of there.
I think my biggest fear that I had in life was getting out of a bad, toxic relationship and having my kids resent me years later.
Yeah.
That was my biggest fear, because they can only, they're a part of it, right? So they just see and are witnessing it firsthand, but they don't always see everything, right?
Everything.
So a lot of children think you forced them to stay in the situation, or you chose a situation over them, or a person over them. And so it takes years to rebuild that and to build that trust back, and then
because when you do something,
you heal together from that, right?
Yeah, because like when you do something because you think you're doing the right thing for your kids, you do, because that's the same with me. Like my whole time, you know, with my son, like I'm like this. Like, do my son love me? Like, did I give birth to him? Because it seemed to me he always, you know, took to the other side. So it's like it's a lot, you know. But you just gotta overcome it. Like you gotta, you know, get through it.
And I think that if you don't overcome fear, you don't try to work toward it, you don't do things, you don't find a happy place, a happy person, or a happy space, then, you know, it does consume you in your life, and you just become complacent in life, right? You're just going through, through.
And that's actually what brings addiction, though, like, because you don't even want to get over your fear, so now you fighting another demon, you know what I'm saying?
You add another demon to it. You add another demon.
And that's what I did not want to be. I did not want to be that person that was just so down and out to where I pick up an addiction.
Yeah.
No.
Of any sort. Any
sort, yeah.
Do you think that our younger generation have more fears and things to doubt with society than we did?
Yes,
just on that.
Yes, because these young people, everybody want to be famous.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, with social media feels like they can just get out there and do it without any type of talent.
Yeah.
And I think that right there is what really gets this generation now, because nobody is wanting to get out there and actually work in the real world. Nobody wants to go to college and things like that because of this. We didn't have that growing up. It wasn't that easy to get into.
Yeah, anybody can be famous. You know, anybody can be famous. Anybody can, even if you ain't got a voice, you can be famous. You could be a singer.
You had to have talent.
You had to have a little something to get you there. Yeah, I agree.
And now they don't have to do nothing.
No. You just,
and I think the fear of them not being able to be that person that's building. These cold children.
You know, I think that also, you know, then they start to self-doubt. I think that as well with adults, like even older adults, like not just young adults, right? Older adults. We as well, even on our age, right? It's almost in the competitive stage, not supporting, right? Yeah. Well, if you doing this, then I'm doing that. Oh, you can't do this, then I can't do that. Yeah. Even, you know, people are afraid of you having more than them.
Yes. And that is it's sickening.
Yeah. It's no real friend.
It's sickening. Like,
you see it every day.
Like I'm not gonna support you because then if you blow up, then I'm gonna be down here. No. Because at the end of the day, if you blow up, guess what? I'm gonna be down here like, girl.
With anything, right?
You better do that.
People, even with relationships, right? You have those friends who can't seem to find somebody, and then they friends and somebody finds somebody, and they hating on everything. They hate on what they getting married. They hating on the wedding. They hating on the venue. You think that they the bride in the groom.
They want it to be them so bad, but you gotta
fierce and turn it to hate, right?
It can. It absolutely can. But you gotta wait your turn.
Yeah.
That's why you have to. That's why you have to go within yourself and figure out what that fear is and fix it.
Yeah.
Because that's how you hate on your friend that you say is your friend and it is not your friend, because you got people that's praying on your downfall.
Praying on your downfall.
You got people that's praying on your downfall. They don't want to see you up. Like I said, I'm gonna always be that supportive friend. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around me that's close to me right now to this day got something going on. Everybody. I'm supporting you.
Yeah. And I'm not doubting you. And you know, I think that people, when they don't support you, it make you doubt yourself.
Yeah, and you
because you think like, oh my God, my circle is not supporting this. If my own family is not supporting this,
if your circle is not supporting, step out that circle and get you another circle.
If the circle is supporting, walk on your own line.
That's it. Turn that circle into a dot, because you're going to have that one person that's going to have your back.
Yeah, I agree.
I turn that circle into a dot. That's how I tell my cousin that all the time, you know, because, you know, she planning her wedding and things like that, and she got people that's trying to, you know, discourage her. And I told her, listen, if you love that man and this is what y'all want to do, don't worry about them. Yeah. You worry about the ones that is there.
Or those people tell you don't take that job because you got to relocate. Don't leave your family. It's those little things that people instill little fears in their own people.
Exactly, because even with my kids, anytime they tell me, "Oh, Mom, I want to move to Texas," or I want to move to Atlanta, I'll be like, "Go."
Yeah, of course.
Go down there and you gonna succeed.
Yes,
go. You got my mom that come in and be like, "Oh, don't go there. Oh, this, there.
Well,
they do this there." But no, Mama, don't do that.
The older generation would rather them not go and try than to fail and have to come back home.
Or just they worry about the wrong things. Like I tell them all the time, like, you come to me, like my baby girl, she want to move to Texas. I said, well, let me know when you're ready to go. I'm gonna ride down there with you.
And Auntie would be with her.
We gonna find you a place, and I got somewhere I can come visit.
Yes, I'm
gonna encourage you.
We want y'all to know, if you having fears and doubts and disappointments, you are not alone. It's not something that you're going through alone or that you went through alone. That everybody's experienced it, but the question is, how do we overcome it? How do we get out of it? How do we not get back to that space once we're out of it? Right? Who's our support system when we're going through tough things? And how do we get out of that self-doubt stage? Or why are you self-doubting? You know?
They're not even just going through tough things. You may be going through something that could be potentially a beautiful thing. Yeah. But because of your fear and your doubts from your last situation, you mess up.
Holding yourself back. Same thing with a job. You may have had bad experience at one job, and so you up for a promotion, or you could apply and you don't want to do it because you're scared of what's going to happen, or you lost a child 15 years ago and you find a new love of your life and they want to start a family, but you feel like if you do that, then you're forgetting about the child you lost.
You will never forget about.
No, you're not alone. There's somebody out there that's feeling that same way, but please know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And there's somebody that can talk to you and that you can talk to, and we're here if you want to talk to us, or you need
advice. Yeah. I'm always open for advice, because like I said,
sister to sister, brother to brother.
Like I'm always here. Like I'm one person that you can call on, talk to, ask me anything. I'm an open book. I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you ask me anything about myself, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, an open book.
Because I think healing had a lot of life experiences where you can actually talk to somebody about it, because we've been through.
Talking helps with healing. Talking to people, talking it out, venting. But I think that in order to get past fears and doubts, you're never going to not have them.
Never.
But to be able to deal with them better, right, you have to be able to get those coping skills. You have to be able to let go of the past. You have to be able to let yourself heal from the inside out.
Absolutely.
From the inside out.
I'm still healing. Okay.
Me too.
I
think we all still healing. Nobody's ever healed, right?
Like, it's things that will trigger me, and I'll be like, wait a minute, you know,
that doesn't make you a bad person.
And I'm ready to run.
Make you human.
Yes, and I'm ready to run. But then I have to sit back and I have to check myself and I have to think about it. Like, listen, this is
because all the good times outweigh those little moments that give you those little doubts and fears. And you know,
it's so sad though, because you can have 20 good times and 5 bad times, but you won't remember them bad times more than a good time.
Absolutely.
And you know, I'm just at that age now. I'm ready for just the good times, like
the good times. Bring us the good times. Bring us the good times. And we want to know what y'all think. We want to know if there's any fears or doubts or disappointments that you've had that were hard to get past, that something you didn't think you would get through and you got through. Let us know how you got through it and what coping skills you use and healing techniques you use and your support system.
And you know, if you have situations that you feel that you can't talk about and you don't think that we are here to talk, you never know what situations we've been through.
Yeah.
And believe me, we probably can hit on a lot of the situations out there in the world, you know, and we can tell you how we got through them and just the advice that we did for each other, and you know, just
kept each other going,
you know, being real friends, because you just don't get that.
Yeah, and you know, this is something that's, you know, it's kind of an intimate and personal kind of topic, right? It's something that you don't really want to get into, but it's also something that's real and that everybody goes through and that people have, and it's a human thing, it's a human feeling and emotion. And so we just here. We coming to you as people.
Because, you know, I know we all laugh and we like the joke. That's just...
But at the end of the day, we all need to be heard, right?
Yes.
And listen to and know that you're not alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
all right.
Absolutely.
Well, until next time, we hope y'all stay safe and healthy and well rested in the mind, body, and soul. And until next time, we shall see y'all. Peace.